The thing about the Russian system that is very different from the system here in the United States is their conviction rate. You're looking at around 99.75% conviction, less than 1% acquittals, which pretty much means that if there's a case brought against you, there is a very, very good chance to almost certainty that you will be convicted.
A week after trading a Russian inmate for American Trevor Reed, the Biden administration has declared that WNBA star Brittney Griner is being wrongfully detained in Russia. But what does this mean and what trades are left with Russia? You'll want to know before it goes down. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I'm your legal analyst, Adrienne Lawrence. On Tuesday, the Biden administration announced its determination that Brittney Griner is being wrongfully detained in Russia. This wrongful detainment declaration from the United States means that the Department of State will be more aggressive when it comes to trying to secure her release, even if it means interfering with her legal case. If you recall, Griner was detained at a Russian airport in late February, about a week before Russia invaded Ukraine. And according to Russian authorities, the 6'7" center who plays overseas in the WNBA offseason allegedly had in her possession vape cartridges containing cannabis oil. Now in Russia, anything between 6 to 100 grams, which is up to about 3.5 ounces of cannabis, is considered trafficking, and it comes with up to 10 years in prison. U.S. officials had previously stopped short of classifying the 31-year-old Griner as being wrongfully detained, instead claiming that it was focusing on her having access to American consular services while she was going through the Russian legal system. Per Court TV, now, though, U.S. officials have shifted supervision of her case to a State Department section, the Office of the Special Presidential Envoy for Hostage Affairs, that is focused on negotiating for the release of hostages and other Americans classified as being wrongfully detained in other countries. This announcement comes just days after the United States decided to swap a Russian inmate for American Trevor Reed. The inmate, that's a pilot named Konstantin Yaroshenko, well, he had been held in the United States since at least 2011 for drug smuggling, while Reed, who is a Marine, had been detained for some 40 months in Russia on trumped-up charges of espionage. Let's be real here. The U.S. likely waited to classify Griner as being wrongfully detained because it didn't want to position her alongside Reed when it's trying to conduct a potential swap. It probably wanted to swap out the two without questions as to why not Griner. Then again, Reed had also been held for longer in Russia. Even so, the swap really does signal that despite the geopolitical conflict, the U.S. and Russia are in a position where they can negotiate and work together to achieve a mutually beneficial outcome. The swap also, however, means that there are fewer options for the Department of State now that it's traded away Yaroshenko for Reed. What's likely the other option available as it concerns a Russian swap is a man named Viktor Bout, who is being held in a U.S. prison. Bout is a notorious arms dealer nicknamed the Merchant of Death. Now, it's been known that Russia wants him back, but do you think the U.S. would actually deal Bout for Brittney, particularly when there are other Americans held in Russia right now? What do you think? You let me know in the comments below, hit that like and follow button, and thanks for watching.